Hello, everyone. Welcome to our lessons in Tanya class. We are in the first part of lessons in Tanya, chapter 11. We're about halfway through it, chapter 11. And last week we talked about the different types of type of a tzaddik, and then we got into a different type of a rasha. And we left off right here. There is, however, another type of rasha who knows good, another rasha, which is a type of a rasha who knows good. So just like there's a tzaddik who knows evil, there's a rasha who knows good, in whom the evil prevails more strongly. All three garments of evil clothe themselves in him. He transgresses in thought and speech as well as in action. Also, the evil causes him to commit more heinous sins and to sin more frequently. Yet he too is nevertheless described as a rasha who knows good, for intermittently between one sin and the next, he experiences remorse and thoughts of repentance enter his mind, arising from the aspect of good that is still in his soul that gathers a degree of strength in the interim. However, the good within him does not strengthen itself sufficiently to vanquish the evil, so that he can rid himself entirely of his sins and be as one who confesses his sins and abandons them once and for all. Who acknowledges and leaves the sin, who confesses and abandons. So this is a thing. Concerning such a person, the rabbis of blessed memory have said the wicked are full of remorse, i.e., between sins. It is also possible that even while sinning, they regret their actions but feel themselves unable to master their desires. These represent the majority of the wicked, in whose soul there still lingers some good. And it is this good which causes these feelings of vexation and remorse in their mind and heart.
That's an interesting footnote, number 8.
Oh, let's see here. Nadarim 9b. So cited in early sources, though, not to be found in current editions of the Talmud.
It's like, that's kind of mysterious.
Oh, wow. That is, I didn't know there was such a thing.
Say that again.
It says, so cited in early sources, though not to be found in current editions of the Talmud.
Makes you wonder, what are those early sources?
Yeah.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
They're making us go digging now, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
That's okay. It's a good point. It's very interesting. These represent the majority of the wicked in whose soul there still lingers some good. And it is this good which causes these feelings of vexation and remorse in their mind and heart. We thus see that there are many levels within the rank of the rasha who knows good, ranging from one who sins only rarely, only in minor matters and with the involvement of only one sole garment, to he who sins often, grievously, and with all three sole garments. Yet they all come under the same heading of the rasha who knows good. The difference between them being to what degree the good within them is dominated by the evil, in direct contrast to the rank of the tzaddik who knows evil, where there are various degrees of dominance of the evil by the good. Having defined the rasha who knows good, the Alter Rebbe now turns to consider the rasha who knows only evil. But he who never feels contrition and in whose mind no thoughts of repentance at all ever enter is called a rasha who knows only evil.
That's interesting.
Yeah. For only the evil in his soul has remained in him, having so prevailed over the good that the latter has departed from within him. And the good now stands in a manner of Makif over him, encompassing. So this is a big deal for non-Jews because the Nefesh Elokis, is it Makif or is it a part of you? And it appears it's just dependent on how you're interacting with this Nefesh Elokis, the godly soul. There are two seats to that godly soul. One is in the right chamber of the heart, and another can be in the seichel, the intellect. And how do you interact with that Nefesh Elokis? Through either bittul to Hesed or being oisek and bittul to Torah in your seichel by studying it, deep study. And the good now stands in a manner of makif over him, i.e., the good hovers over him, so to speak, in an aloof and external manner, so that he has no conscious awareness of it. Yet, since he still possesses good, albeit as a makif, after all, he possesses a divine soul. Oh, interesting. So it must be talking about well, I don't know. Therefore, have the sages said, over every gathering of any 10 Jews rests the Shekhinah, the divine presence. So I think Makif is the same term, I think, as in beginning of Genesis. It hovered over the waters, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. That is to say, even if they are all in the category of the Russia who knows only evil, the Shekhinah still hovers over them, for they too possess good in a manner of Makif, since at such a gathering, the Shekhinah is present only in the externally encompassing way of Makif, not entering the consciousness of those assembled. Therefore, their correspondingly Makif level of good is sufficient to enable them to receive this revelation. I don't know if this is true for non-Jews or not. This concept of Makif, of Orpanimi and I don't know if Makif is the right word, but the exterior light and the interior. Bless you.
Sorry, thank you. I didn't know that.
With regard to the subject of the Jew whose animal soul prevails over his divine soul, the following story bears mention. A certain free thinker once asked of the Tzemach Tzedek, the word Yehudim, Jews, is normally spelled in the book of Esther with one letter Yud before the final letter. Why is it that when the word is used there in connection with the harsh degree against the Jews, it is spelled with two letters Yud? The Tzemach Tzedek answered, Yud is numerically equivalent to 10. It represents the 10 soul powers possessed by the divine and animal souls. There are Jews who conduct their lives solely according to the dictates of the divine soul's 10 powers, while in other Jews, the animal soul prevails, and their conduct is dictated also by the animal soul's 10 powers. Haman planned to exterminate all the Jews, even those who were of 2 Yuds, i.e., those ruled by the 10 evil soul powers as well. But the man persisted. Why then is the word spelled several times with 2 U's, even after the decree was repealed? To which the Tzemach Tzedek responded, After suffering under Haman's evil decree and ultimately witnessing God's salvation, even those Jews repented and became equals of their brethren, whose lives were led by the dictates of the divine soul and good inclination. Thus concluded the Psalm ascetic, the two Yud or Yid, which is also Yiddish for Jew, became equal. Okay. So that concludes chapter 11. I don't know. I got to study this more. Not now, of course, but I don't understand what what Makif has in relation to still having the Nefesh Elokis, and then instead of not even having it at all, not even Makif. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how that relates particularly to non-Jews. Well, that was chapter 11. I think I'm gonna wonder if I should end the recording. I think I'm gonna end the recording just so I can post that and finish out chapter 11.